What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tochi. This is another DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I wanted to do a vlog today because I was able to work from home today. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about, keeping weight off, losing weight, and what I do as a doctor to stay in shape, because I do feel that is a really important thing to keep in mind for me when I am servicing patients in the hospital, in the clinic, and just serving to be a good example, because I can't be telling my patients to eat healthy, lose weight, work out, if I myself don't look like I'm in shape. Not saying that is a requirement for all doctors. I just feel that for myself, I just need to be a pillar of an example to actually, practice what I preach and feel that I'm not feeling, like a fraud when I'm speaking to my patients. So one thing that I do, and I'm doing it right now, is that I have really taken seriously walking and just being more actively physically on my feet. And I kind of tracked my walking and amount of steps that I was getting in the last couple of years. And I was consistently getting in like the 6,000s, pretty low. And what I have done now is that I've taken a huge investment into becoming more physically active, working out in the gym, lifting weights. But another thing besides just lifting weights is also just walking and cardio. And I know people say like go out and walk and go out and run and do all of these like high intensity like workouts to get your heart rate up. And I even initially did like a challenge where I did 100 burpees a day for a whole year. And so I can feel this a little bit. And that I said to myself after, I'll never do that again, but I also just didn't need to do that to keep weight off. And I think one of these doctors that I was speaking to was just talking about just the basal metabolic rate and, just keeping physically active. And the littlest thing that you can do, even though it might take a little bit longer, is just walking on a treadmill, walking outside, going on a hike. So what I do now is that at a minimum, I get 10,000 steps a day. And then on top of that, I also walk on a treadmill for about an hour. What I do is that I set it to an incline of 3 and also a speed of 3. And I just stay like this for, an hour. And I try to get my heart rate targeted in like the 1-teens to 120s, kind of like that level 2 region where it would burn mostly fat. And if I'm also weightlifting on a specific day, I don't do the weightlifting right after working out or doing cardio. What I do is that I try to separate them. So I usually do like my weightlifting in the mornings, and then in the afternoons, I'll jump on the treadmill after work and just walk for about an hour. And I found that this combination of exercise and physical activity has been the best for me, because not only are they super far apart, I'm not spending all my energy in the treadmill or on cardio before working out with the physical weights, because that will oftentimes diminish what I actually can lift in the actual gym. So, whew. All right, so I'm gonna drink some water real quick, because talking, walking, and looking into this camera is starting to get my mouth really dry. In order to keep the weight off as a physician, what I do is just do a lot of this, walking every single day, making sure that if I'm not able to get onto the treadmill, I at least minimum get 10,000 steps in a day. So if I'm at work, I intentionally take the stairs. I intentionally take the longest route to get to a patient's room. I just do everything that I can to have to get more steps in. And another thing that I do is that I also just park super, super far away from the actual door within the actual parking lot. Like I'm not parking at a different campus. So I park at like the entrance, and then that way I have more steps to actually walk to get to the inside of the building. So little small changes that you can make to your normal day of living. And I felt that hitting 10,000 steps is pretty easy now, you know what I mean? So I knew that I do need to like kick it up a notch a little bit deeper into my journey, because I know the more cardio you do, the more your body gets used to it. So after this year, I plan to go from 10,000 minimum steps a day to 12,000. And then maybe the year after that, 13,000, maybe the year after that, 14,000. We'll see what my body can handle and what's actually, reasonable. But this is just such a low effort thing to do to increase your basal metabolic rate so you can spend more and more energy. And then I also, pro tip, is that I drink at least a gallon of water, 3.4, 3.5 liters a day to stay hydrated. And if you're oftentimes drinking a lot of water, you won't eat a lot of food as well. So that'll also cut down on your, your calorie intake. So if you're trying to build mass, that's probably not the way to go. But if you're trying to lose weight and keep the weight off, those are little small things that you can do. And oftentimes, hunger is actually thirst. So a lot of times if you're feeling hungry, you just drink a whole bunch of water and you'll be fine. And I found that is actually pretty true for me. I just think that I'm hungry, drink a whole bunch of water, and then I use my urine to be a metric of how hydrated I am. So if it's yellow, dark yellow, no bueno. I want that thing clear. So I don't even want to look like someone peed in there. So just wanted to give you guys that little quick video today. The Osmo Pocket 3, I have it on face tracking mode, full auto. I'm pretty happy with this actual camera, and I can't wait to see what I can more do with this. So if you made it to this part of the video, comment in the comment section down below. Woo! Treadmill, and get on that treadmill, y'all. It's really gonna help. And if you don't wanna have to go to like a physical gym or an apartment gym, or you just wanna do it at the convenience of your home, that's no problem. I also got a walking pad. So I got that for my desk, put it underneath there. If I'm at home and I don't need to do any typing or any sort of like complex thing with my fingers, I'll just put on the treadmill. I'll put it maybe at a slower speed, maybe like 2.5. That way I can actually still do things on the computer. So just some small things you can do to change your life up. Physical activity is like the biggest thing you guys can do. You don't have to be huffing and puffing and feel like you're dying every time you're working out, but you can do small things that build up over time to help you stay in shape, because metabolic disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all of these things are such devastating risk factors in the United States and make us more and more prone to having strokes, to having heart attacks. And I don't want that for you guys. Definitely don't want that for myself. So do the little small things early, build those habits early so it doesn't feel like such a foreign concept to you. And then if you don't do it, and you do have those issues of strokes, heart attacks, all of those complications of a poor healthy habit, it's gonna be much harder to jump into physical activity and building these habits after the fact. Doing it out of fear, no bueno, but doing it because you love it, you wanna stay healthy and not lose those capabilities of, losing the ability of using one arm and having chest pain all the time. Whew. Man, this is actually a lot harder, walking and talking on this treadmill, but regardless, you guys get the point. Jump on that treadmill. It could be an at-home treadmill, under the table treadmill, at work treadmill, in the gym treadmill. You guys get the point. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day. And it's time for me to finish this walk. Wow, that was only 10 minutes. Got a lot more to go. Peace. Let me know what you guys think down below.